What's up, y'all? Empress Dannie here, back for another episode of the Daily Grind. You already know I'm pretty up a nice hot cup of joe. Going to get your day off to a bright and beautiful start. Shall we check in for today? Yes, we shall. Okay. Something today it feels is determinant of direction or indicating of direction. I do feel somewhat of an assertive energy. You may be asserting yourself, and it could certainly be letting someone know as her what time it is. Okay. I also just heard where to go. So I'm not sure what you're doing. Let's just say this definitely feels like somewhat of a testy energy. I don't feel like the whole day has to surround around that energy or be, problematic per se. But it feels more so like it could be a day of practicing like tone setting, where you're establishing. Um, I hear Cindy Trim, okay, in the Atomic Power Prayer. You're establishing your legal right and destiny, is what it feels like. Um, what is the right direction for you could be what that is. Many thanks at the top of the day. Okay, so gratitude and the eagle. Grateful that you have vision. Okay, grateful for your vision, your ability to be able to see um, maybe what's up ahead. Foresight is usually what that gives. um, and this could be spirit is showing you something. I see the magnet. Okay, drawn, obviously a point of attraction. Oh, some of you, this is what you're doing with the observer here. You're drawing in what feels like another quantum collapse. Ooh, you're getting really good at this, is what I'm hearing. Let's pull one more card. Getting really good at this. Drawing in a quantum collapse. Hmm. Okay. Oh, you get to choose, okay? Remember, with the quantum collapses, there is, it's a choose your reality, okay? So that's what you're doing. You're practicing. Is this the reality that I choose, or is this the one that I'm going to collapse? Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. We got the deer at the top of the day with many thanks. Hmm. Gratitude, is that for self love, right? For self love. Thank you for bringing me this far. Thank you for my journey. This can indicate that you're applying something that you've learned on your journey. Okay. Hmm. I definitely feel like the gratitude is because you have an element. It's like this is a very like nurturing, mothering energy with the deer. Um, Very strong in terms of like the energy of grace, which can indicate protective, right? But not like to the point where it's like paranoid. This is not a assertive energy. It's just one that's willing to. Yeah, this is a maternal energy. So it's one, there could be something significant about your mother today, but it's one that is willing to, you think about what a mother does, right, to take care of its child. Um, this is almost indicative of the consistent effort that a mother is willing to put in order to ensure that her child is cared for. Okay. Oh, drop the card. Okay, the card that fell is a lizard. Okay, this is a dreamer card, so you can. I'm not sure if you're maybe taking a nap, having daydreams or visions. This could also indicate that you're drawn to do some visualizations. But it's a very subtle energy, a very spiritually sensitive energy with the lizard. Where the afternoon you could certainly be being drawn or being led to do something. Okay, and this could be like take the lead on something, which can indicate others are going to be doing it too, but you're just simply feeling led to go in a certain direction is what it feels. Okay, and this is usually like a spiritual sensation, if you will, where this is again, in combination with the deer at the top of the day, um, in terms of like taking care of yourself or others, you simply feel led or drawn to take some sort of action. We'll see. We have a lot of all of these cards are somewhat spiritual, very connected to Gaia, if you will, very grounded energy. Obviously, earth, fire, fire here, but this is a very stable energy. When you're making whatever choice it is that you're making with the elephant here, you're doing so from a place of what feels like already knowing what choice to make. This feels like the alpha and omega. If you remember, we talked about the alpha and omega before from a perspective of alpha being that champion energy, that willingness to brave it or to take it on, and omega being the discovery or finding out, if you will, making it official by virtue of having practiced or applied what has been learned and actually seeing the demonstration or the outcome on the other end that completes the thought and puts one in a position of being secure in what it is that they know. Because, yeah, I just heard I came, I saw, I conquered, right? Witty, witty, wiki, okay? Um, some of you, there's a financial healing, is literally what I just heard. As the fortune is the first card that came out. So some of you, you are, and this could even be like, your health is your wealth. You are grateful to, it could be like take care of yourself, your body, right? This could even be like to value yourself. Because remember, we talked about starting off something having to do with like assertion, asserting oneself, which could certainly be doing something to I'm getting like instinctually, but nurture or care for oneself. Okay, just being led to show gratitude for who it is that you are, but what feels like I just heard your money, which it feels this energy of like valuing or taking pride in what is actually worth it or of the greatest substance to you. Okay, and healing what could even be like your self identity, the way that you identify with who you are in terms of what it is that you deserve, how much it is that you're worth, those types of things. Okay. Or just again in your relationships or circumstances, what's most important or valuable to you. Lord is here. Okay. We already know this is a card of stewardship. So I definitely feel like this is kind of where afternoon you're leading into this energy where you're drawn, you're just feeling led someone to do something, but in act of stewardship, I have to do this. It's going to be a good steward, perhaps over myself. Maybe it is over what could be like something that's valuable to me, what God has given me, so let me take care of this, right? Which could just be taking care of business, led to do some different things as a demonstration of what could be like your spiritual sensitivity or by virtue of your instinctual nature, right? Instinct has you taking care of business, and it's going to be doing things that you normally do, right? It doesn't have to be out of the ordinary, but being very spirit led in terms of, how it's like your intuition will tell you to do something. Maybe it's before it's an issue or before there's a problem or address something. It feels like in advance of, I feel like that's where you are. And the last card, it feels like conversation. Okay. I hear always stay gracious, but spit just you don't do that when you cause all this conversation. Is that what you're doing, right? The conversation here, it definitely feels like you're making what feels like a name or a memory. You are in. That's where I feel like this choice comes in. That's where the quantum collapse takes place, somewhere between the afternoon and the evening, where it could certainly be a choice or a decision to have a conversation. I see, look at this. These cards fell, and I see gift and I see love. So some of you, this is going to be an act of self-love. It's going to be a demonstration that you're present, you're showing up for yourself, or whatever this conversation is spirit giving someone the opportunity to, maybe it is show love, right? It's almost like this energy of like, remember we discussed this, right? Remember we talked about whatever this is. It just feels like there's something here where by instinct someone has what feels like a duty of some sort, and it could be you, right? but they're drawn, it feels like, to service or to fulfill whatever that duty is, to take care of something, to do something, to demonstrate rulership, or leadership could be what that is. But it's almost the same where they have to choose. And this could certainly be choosing to discuss something, to have a conversation with the doctor. It could certainly be like to heal something, right? To heal, fix, or to mend, because someone remembers again. This could be a discussion. Someone remembers, perhaps it could be something about what feels like, what is at the root of the issue. Because if you think about the doctor, they're examining, they are testing in order to make some sort of a prognosis. And it feels like there's some sort of conversation um, that it feels like this is going to, I feel like you're going to know um, what you need to do to remedy something. Okay. That's what it feels like. Something is to remedy. Okay. Go get the remedy. Let's go to Spotify and Patreon, linked below, so that we can get the extended messages. I love you. We'll talk soon. Bye for now.